Hey mamas, it's April. Welcome back to my channel. So this is kind of a little bit of a talking head video, not so much going to be a workout video this time around. Actually, not at all. I will have some long form workouts for you guys coming up soon, but I've been kind of holding back on them and really into the shorts lately just because it seems like I struggle with long form views. So just keeping it real on that. I just have not been able to do as well with long form content, but I do prefer making long form content at times because it just becomes repetition when I can't really expand on what I'm trying to do. But as I think people have heard, there's been some shifts in social media in general with long form versus short form, views, algorithms, etc. I can't keep up to it all. I'm just a mom, so I'm just trying to make content that people can get something out of, that can get motivated by my content and become better. And that's all I'm here to do really, is to help inspire people to become their best version and do it for myself in the process. I don't claim to be perfect or an expert like I say in my bio, but I just want to help people out, and it motivates me to get up, and even on days like today where I really don't want to make a video, I have my days where I don't want to be on camera, where I don't want to make a video. This kind of is just a motivating thing for me, to push me to work on my fitness as well and work on not only my outside but my inside. So I'm on this journey with you, and today I'm going to be talking about how to basically still stay on a fitness journey, still stay on some sort of a path for betterment. Putting yourself first is not a bad thing, and how it's hard to do that right now in the climate we're in the world that we're in currently. It's starting to feel like we're all being pushed in a direction of like worrying about survival, with the financial situation in the world and specifically in this country. Just everything that's going on. It's really hard to stay motivated on a fitness journey. It almost seems a little bit like, why am I worrying about this when there's bigger things to worry about? But it is never okay to not put your health first, because you need it to get through all these tough times. And I want to get a little bit more into that, so stay tuned. So yeah, basically what I was saying was that this is a really trying time in our history to kind of focus on the self. I think a lot of people collectively are feeling discouraged, depressed, sad, worried, anxious, not knowing what's going to happen next. And I know that I feel that too. It's sometimes really difficult for me to get up here and make videos and put on my happy face and, be motivated for everybody else. And with, also with my videos, I've had a lot of issues with creating long form content, of people not really acknowledging my long form content as much. Because the algorithm is always adjusting and changing, and also just because like I'm new when it comes to long form content. I don't have a lot of long form content, so I'm kind of the new person on the block. Even though I've been doing this for a couple of years, my long form content has not done as well. And so I would like to get more into long form content, but it seems like YouTube is going in the opposite direction, going more towards short content like every other platform. People just don't have the patience sometimes, and I think that makes me wonder if they have the patience to do a whole workout. I will be trying to bring more long form workouts on this channel, so I just wanted to highlight that for future. But yeah, back to the whole thing with putting yourself first in a world that's so chaotic. I don't know, it just personally it affects me on a deeper level. With my health and wellness, I feel like, what's the point? I have moments of feeling like, what's the point? And I feel like a lot of people are feeling that way these days. Like, people are wanting to kind of throw in the towel with certain things in their lives. And I think if anything, now is the time for us to take care of ourselves even more, when I really think about it, like not just physically, but mentally. And I think that physical fitness helps with that. It helps us stay grounded. It helps us make logical decisions. We feel so much better after we work out. We feel so much more inspired to do things. We feel stronger to get through things. And we feel like we can overcome just about anything as long as we're healthy and fit and strong and we don't feel sick. The worst thing you can do when humanity is in trying times, and I do know what this is on my sweater, but the worst thing you can do when humanity is in trying times is like put yourself in a position where you're not feeling your best, where you're not taking care of yourself, where you're not putting your mental and physical health first. Because the last thing you want to do is get sick. The last thing you want to do is end up, with some sort of terrible condition because you're not taking care of yourself. I work with older people, and so I know that like a lot of people just kind of get depressed. They go through things in life and they wait too long to act on things and take care of their health, and they end up with much worse things down the road, things that they could have completely probably avoided in some ways, or would be less impact in the present if they had managed it better maybe years prior. Quit certain bad habits, quit having a perception that drugs were going to fix everything, and did the work. And I think that's a lot of it, is people are either feeling discouraged from doing the work because they're feeling down or depressed about life, feeling hopeless, can really mess your head up. Because to me, fitness it's a mental game. And especially as you age, as a mother, you tend to put everybody first. As a wife or a girlfriend or whoever, you tend to put everybody in your life first. Most women like clean homes, like a clean lifestyle. We're not all wealthy, so we don't have people doing that for us. So we're putting all of that first. I know I can end up putting a video that I really want to do on the back burner just because I want a clean house. So I have to pick and choose, or I say I can do it all and then I clean the house and then I'm burnt out and I worked all week and I just want to have like a day off, so I take a day off and then I feel guilty. Again, you don't need to feel guilty about taking time off either. That's also a mental health thing. If you feel like you don't want to do fitness and you just need that downtime, everybody needs it. I need it. Everybody needs it. You're only human at the end of the day. So take it. Take that downtime because it's going to give you the energy to re-energize and get back up and keep fighting. So, but yeah, going back to being a mom, we tend to get distracted. We tend to go down a path and do things for our kids, which is great. That's what we're supposed to do. But we tend to forget about ourselves in the process, and we tend to make excuses for ourselves. It gives us a way out, like, okay, well, I worked all week. I had all these activities I had to do with the kids, places I had to be, etc. I deserve a day off. I deserve to not have to move a muscle, right? We all get that. Like, I'm 100% in understanding of that because I have those days and weeks and sometimes months where I don't want to move once I'm done doing everything. But, take those days. Yes, by all means, take those days. If you need them, take them without guilt or shame or anything. But just get back on the horse. We all have to do it. I believe fitness is a lifelong journey. I don't think this is an overnight. Yes, you can lose weight. You can tone up relatively quickly by changing your habits in 30 days. 90 days, you can change all of that. You can get on a path to better health and a fitter body and a better you. But it's a lifelong thing. Like, even after you lose weight, even after you tone up, you have to maintain. You have to maintain it. You have to keep it. Anyone can lose it, but it's like getting money. Not anyone, but a lot of people can get money, but can you keep money? Can you build on the money that you already have? Can you get fitter? Can you get more in shape? As you age, you have all these other challenges that hit you out of left field. You get lower level energy. You're less motivated to care about those. It's even sometimes where you don't even care about your fitness at a certain age. Some people don't care their whole lives, but more or less, I'm one of those people who's kind of like, I've done the fitness thing for years and years and years, and I love working out. I'm somebody who actually loves fitness and loves working out, loves taking care of my body. And I'm finding at 50, almost 51, that some days I just can't be bothered with it. Like, I would have pushed through on other days. I would have been like, you're going to the gym, you're working out. I don't go to a gym anymore. I haven't gone to a gym for about a year or two now. And I find it harder to get motivated, and I find it harder to motivate others because of that. So it's really hard to push to that next level of discipline where you're aging. You're aging, and it's not the same thing as when you're young and you're feeling like, I can do anything, I can take over the world, I got all this energy, I don't have to work, I don't have to take care of anybody else, I don't have to worry about anybody else. Once you hit a certain age, obviously you have different types of responsibilities. Most of us end up having children, etc. And you realize, hey, look, this is it. Like, this is kind of like we're coasting at this point. And so that extra push that you had, that extra, thing that you had when you were young, the rose-colored glasses of the future and all that, now you're already in your future pretty much. Like, there's always something new, but I'm just saying, like, you kind of have a blueprint more or less of what your life is at a certain age. From, I would say, some people would say 30 and up, I would say 40 and up. You kind of know where it's going at this point, right? And I'm not saying that it can't improve, it can't get better, but I'm saying, if you've already had kids, they're already alive, etc. So, and the kids are already establishing their personalities, and you're helping them do that. So I think the tricky part is basically juggling yourself still as you're aging and making sure that your kids are developing right at the same time, and you're helping them, and you're there for them for everything because they come first, and you're doing your thing, but you're still trying to do something with yourself. You haven't given up. I just see women who have given up, and I hate to say that, but they have. And it's a really sad thing because you see so much more potential in them that they haven't tapped in their lifetime because they did the traditional thing. And, this is a bit of a controversial thing, but, they put themselves way back and then they just kind of gave up completely because they lost themselves. And it's okay, you have to be there for your children, but it's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to do that concurrently, like simultaneously. But I know that a lot of people just run out of energy, they run out of juice, they just say, oh, screw it, I don't really matter anymore, it's all about my kids. It's easy to just completely quit and give up, and but you still have quite a bit of life. You have, if most of us get to our 80s or something, so even after your kids are grown, there's still you to deal with and face. And I hate to see women like having to start from square one at, their 60s and their 70s and even their 80s sometimes, like trying to pull it all together. That's the time where you really do want to just chill and not have to grind like you did in your 20s and 30s and even 40s, like that's a time where you just want to walk on the beach at sunset and not have to worry about, am I too heavy? Did I let myself go? And I think that in order to be that way, you have to maintain a certain fitness regimen throughout middle age, and there's no escaping it. And you can take time off, you can have wellness days, you can do all of that, but you can't just quit completely. You can't just say, okay, screw it, I'm old. You got to get back on that horse, you got to keep trying. And it's tough. It's really tough, especially nowadays when youth is so revered and perfection is so looked at as like this, it's this impossible beauty standard that we have. And women just feeling like they're aged out at a certain point overall, no matter how much Botox or fillers or, lipo or facelifts or whatever, they just feel aged out, because there's always some new young thing coming up and it's their time. That's what they're supposed to do. But there's no reason why you can't be completely viable, healthy, fit woman over a certain age. And we don't have to fit in all these little boxes of what perfection is supposed to be like, or what society says we need to look like at a certain point. Or you don't have to look older and you don't have to look younger, just look what you are, like age the way you want to age. You know, me personally, I don't have anything against people doing, you know, whatever they have to make themselves internally feel good. Like, if, you know, getting Botox and, you know, doing procedures gives you more confidence, gives you that boost you need to stay fit, to work out, to do whatever, to take care of yourself, then do that. You know, like, it's not anything to be, I don't understand why when we put so much emphasis on it that people also want to equally shame women for taking care of themselves in that way. You know, maybe they're late to start. Maybe they never had the opportunity or the money when they were younger. So now they're doing it as older women. And I think that that's totally okay. I don't think that's anything that should be labeled as bad or shameful. I also believe in aging gracefully. Like, I feel like that's also okay. Like, I feel like it is the individual choice. I feel like in this crazy world that we're in, you should have that choice at least to kind of take control of your health, take control of how you age, take control of your outer and your inner. And, you know, feeling good about yourself, feeling beautiful to yourself is important. You need that. You need to feel that inside. You need to feel that thing that you can only feel by feeling that way for yourself and whatever that entails. So I don't have any problem with that. I don't judge people for that, because I wouldn't, if I chose to do something to myself or if I wanted to adjust something, I wouldn't want people to judge me for that either. I would just want people to respect my choice. So on that hand, and just the pressure of the world, I feel like women should be able to do what they want and feel good at any age, you know? And we do so much, we give so much, we're always giving, and people don't even see it. They hear the words, you know, they get it, but they don't get it. I think the moms who are watching, the women who are watching, they understand what I'm saying. Like, they get it, but they don't freaking get it. You know, they don't freaking get how lonely it can feel at times, isolated. I know when I was a stay-at-home mom, my kids were much younger. I just felt, my whole life, I felt lonely and isolated. I'm an only child. I was also a complete introvert and loner. I still am a self-proclaimed loner. And I just enjoy it. I find it really difficult even to, you know, have lots of friends around me and stuff like that, because I've had issues with friends in the past, and I do it better when I'm just doing it alone. I feel like I do better when I don't. And yeah, so self-proclaimed loner here, and it works for me. So you got to do what works for you, and your lifestyle. And that's the same for fitness and wellness. If you can't do it, if it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't work for your lifestyle, don't invest. Find something that does. I'm always telling people, if my fitness style doesn't work for you, find one that does. You know, integrate all of them. Integrate mine with something else. I believe in all types of different fitness. I've always done all types of fitness since I was in my early 20s and even my teens. I used to go to the gym with my mom all the time, working out, and I was really into weightlifting. And in the beginning, I was into cardio big time. Like in my 20s, I went through this whole cardio phase where I thought cardio was everything, you know? And so I've had all kinds of phases. My weight's been up, it's been down, it's been all over the place. I've been a big girl, I've been a really small girl, I've been a medium-sized girl. So a lot of story time to tell you, but there's probably not enough time because I'm once again having storage issues. I do multiple channels, so I have another whole channel that I do, and I have other social media platforms. So I run out of storage. That's another issue with the long form content for me, why short content works better for me overall. But yeah, I will be bringing more long form content to this channel. I'm hoping to, as the channel grows, bring more. I also need your support. I want to grow. I want to do more. I want to make this my full-time job. So if you could please remember to, you know, hit the bell notification every time I upload a post. You'll get that notification sent to you via text or when you're on YouTube. And also, if you guys could please remember to like, share, and comment. I really appreciate your feedback on everything. Again, getting it out there so it gets pushed out, because the algorithm doesn't always push out my long form content. And I want to get into more talking head videos, especially as I age. I don't know if I want to be like this workout machine on every video. I know a lot of the other girls just do workouts on their videos and that's it. But I like to kind of tell stories and explain my fitness and it's a way to hold myself accountable by making YouTube videos. So because it is my fitness journey. So again, remember to like, share, and comment. I really appreciate the feedback. I also need you guys to check out my link tree in bio. I'm going to be having merch in there. I'm going to be having different things to buy in my link tree. There's a big store in there. So supporting in that way will really help me grow the channel, expand the channel, bring you more free workouts every week, full range workouts where I'm not just doing shorts. And I've been doing this now for a couple of years. I started in 24, so I'm so grateful to the people who have supported me along the way. I am the least polished YouTuber, it feels like, out here. So I'm just trying my best. I really, again, appreciate everybody's support from the bottom of my heart. You don't know how much it means to me. I've had so many setbacks on social media, and I just like to keep it 100. I like to keep it real. I like to share my journey, and I like to motivate you guys with fitness, wall Pilates, and everything else. So if you've been appreciating the content along the way, or you just found me on YouTube, again, thank you. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate you staying if you got to the end of this video, and I will see you on the next one at Busy AF Mom Fitness. Take care.